Welcome to my video on Volvo heater matrix flushing. Firstly, I'd like to explain the problem. The problem is these are my heater controls and I'm only just starting to feel the heat at the higher settings. You may just slightly feel it there, and obviously it progresses through the scale and it only gets hot when it's on full setting. Personally, I think there's room for improvement. I'd like to have it so we'll maybe lower down the gauge at the end of this video, but whether that'll happen or not, I'm unsure, so we're going to have to watch this space and proceed to flush the heater matrix. The first stage is to identify where the heater radiator goes in the bulkhead. Just zoom in, you can see we've got the two pipes on the left, a few working obstructions, namely the strut brace. So what I'm going to attempt to do is, I've noticed if I remove this cover from the engine, going to give me a little bit more working room, so I'm going to have a go at that, and if I'm still struggling for room, we'll remove the strut brace. Well, I've got the camera set up on the engine bay. First thing to do, from what I've researched, is give these hoses a good wiggle. This helps free them off for the removal. I think I've wiggled them enough. I'll have a go at liberating one of these hoses. I'll put my hand in there, there's a little clip, I'll show you it in a bit. I'll have to twist the clip whilst holding the hose. Keep building the twisting momentum up on these. We twist into the left. It's a struggle. Nothing in life is ever easy. And when you can keep the hose still with one hand, like that, turn the clip to the left. It's going a bit. Right, that's one removed. Obviously we're going to lose a bit of coolant, but I'm not too worried about that. Can we liberate the other side? I'll get back to you on that. After a bit of persistence, the other hose gave up. What I've done is I've just tucked them away to the right. They fit quite nicely in a little area. You might be able to see them just here, both of them. Right, next stage, we'll get the hose pipe on it. I want to do a bit of an experiment today because I do have a hot tap, so I want to flush it with cold water and then flush it with hot just to see if that makes any difference. I'm just going to put the hose pipe on it, so if my arm's in the way. We've got cold, clear water that side. Then I'm going to reverse the flow. Just keep working it on. Absolutely no rush for me. They were flowing lovely and clear. So what I'm going to do is stop the camera, connect to the hot tap to see if that improves the performance of the flushing. It's something I'm personally curious about. Right, we're on the hot tap. I'm not sure if this will make any difference, but the theory is, you know, if it expands the metal in the radiator. Well, I'm not sure if it's made any difference, but you can't spend too short a time doing this. Still flowing clear the other side. You see the steam coming up. But probably one of the best things the plumber ever talked me into. Having a hot tap in the garage is a godsend when it comes to car washing. It's getting hot. Right, I think that's enough. I'll do the refit. Okay, we're at the refit stage. Before you refit, work these clips, turning. Make sure they're nice and loose because it's the easiest time to do this. Hold the hose still, turn them clockwise, then anti-clockwise. So I'll have a go at this one first. Oh, that was easy. I just pushed in. You can hear the click. Give them both a pull. Make sure they're nice and secure. Right, I'll start the engine and await the result. Before I start the engine, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the coolant cap. Put that in a safe place. I don't think it's going anywhere there. So we're going to have to bleed some of the air out of the system. We will have introduced a small amount of air. And what I tend to do, with the cap removed, is just squish this pipe here. You may be able to hear it. But we have to take care because we've got moving parts there. So I'll probably use my right hand. Make sure I'm away from anything which moves. We've got the fan to consider. Obviously we've got some drive belts there. They will be disastrous to our hands and fingers if we get them caught in it. So I'll have a little check first before I do it. Right, we'll start the engine up. Whenever I work on a car, I always lower the driver's side window, just in case, just so you can access the vehicle. And you never know, one day you might find a vehicle that tries to lock you out.
With the engine running, I pumped the hose and got most of the air out of the system.
Don't have to go too mad. Make it easy to take off, but make sure it's tight enough to secure. So we'll go in the car and check the heating. Excuse the noise, but now is an excellent opportunity to check your vehicle for leaks. You've got the air out of the system, or most of it. So keep down these hoses here, which we've got to do. Just make sure they're not leaking. I'll let the engine get up to temperature. I'm starting to feel the difference. We can now feel heat where we couldn't. So it should work lower down the setting. I can feel this one's dual control. You see I've got my fan set to full. Passenger side there, driver's side there. All I'm going to do is I'm going to recheck the coolant levels off camera, and thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.